Okay, it is time to take on the third gym of the game, the Castelia gym. Now this gym uses bug-type Pokemon, so we're going to want to make sure we have something that can really be effective against them. Now I'm going to the northern end of Castelia. I did a little video editing there, because there's a Pokemon you can catch that may give you a good shot if you're struggling with Burgh. I'm not going to use it, but I'm going to show it to you. Plus you can actually explore the southern part of Route 4 even before you've earned your third badge. So right over here, I'll pick up an X accuracy. Okay. I'm not going to do any exploring yet, but I am going to show you some of the Pokemon you can find around here. One of them is Sandile. You can actually get Sandile here, you know, as opposed to later in the game. You don't have to wait for it. You don't have to wait until you've gotten your third badge, but you're probably not going to want to use it against the gym leader or the gym, because being a dark type, it's going to be weak to bug. And I knocked it out, darn it. I didn't think water gun would do it. It's okay. You don't really need to catch one right now anyway. You can catch it later and at a little higher level. One of the other Pokemon you can encounter here is Scraggy! And I love Scraggy. I think it's a pretty sweet Pokemon with its I don't even know, I always call him Pants. In my playthrough of Pokemon Black, actually, I used a Scraggy, and it evolved into Scrafty. It's pretty good. It evolves at such a late level, though, level 37. But Scraggy's not too terrible between then and, well, between now and then. It will kind of suffer a little later, but it gets some good moves, like high jump kick, and, well, the normal jump kick, I think, early on. I don't know, it's alright. It's not the strongest, though, but it is more defensive. It has some great defense. This thing's sturdy as a tank. So definitely consider using one if you want. I like it. And it's a dark fighting type. How cool is that? It isn't weak to bug, and it is totally immune to psychic type Pokemon's attacks. Well, okay, it's immune to psychic type attacks. I'm sorry. Let me clarify. Okay, so one more. Well, okay, here's another Sandile. Actually, I fought a few, but there's one thing kind of interesting about this one in particular. It's not the Sandile. I just wanted to show you the actual fight. Gonna try catch it again. I don't know why. I'm really just gonna catch it later on, because that's an okay time for it. I'm not going to use the Sandile. I already used one in one of my playthroughs. And part of my challenge is I'm only using things that I haven't used before, other than starters. So that's why my team is a little funky. But this is why I wanted to show you that fight, because my little Mantiblade is evolving, my little Sewaddle. It is doing its little spin around thing, and it is evolving for real this time. Because, you know, there was a fake time in the past. I don't know, Devin, what are you talking about? There we go, look at that little smug thing in a leaf cloak. It's a Swadloon. It looks like you could cook it like a little dumpling or something. I don't know, it's a funky looking Pokemon. I kind of like it. It's just quirky enough to be quirky. Now, as soon as it evolves, it's going to want to learn Protect. You can get rid of something if you want. It's not like a super awesome move, but it may come in handy every now and then. You never know. There's not a lot of other options. Now, this is the Pokemon I really recommend coming to Route 4 for if you're struggling with the gym. This is Darumaka. It's a fire type, just a pure fire type, but it is strong. This thing is really, really strong. Particularly at level 22, I think it learns Fire Punch, and that makes it amazing. Right off the bat, though, it has Fire Fang, and with its Hustle ability, its physical attack's power is raised by, like, I think 50%, but its accuracy for physical-based attacks is lowered by 20%, so it's a bit of a gamble. When it evolves to Darmanitan, it loses that and it gets Sheer Force for its ability, so you get that perfect accuracy, but you do lose any secondary effects, beneficial secondary effects of your attacks, like paralyzing or burning the foe or something. But any attacks like that have their power increased by 30%. And its attack is through the roof. Darmanitan is an amazing Pokemon. It evolves at, I think it's like level 35 or something. It's later in the game, but Darumaka is certainly sufficient enough. And its droppings are hot! So people use them to warm their clothes? Ew, that's disgusting. I don't want to put no Darumaka droppings in my clothes. What's that all about? But putting that aside, if you are struggling with this gym, certainly consider training a Darumaka right away, because once it has Fire Punch, you will burn through this gym. You can go train it in the forest if you need some experience. That's the best spot for it, particularly by fighting Audino. Now talk to Clyde there, and he'll give you some fresh water. And to get through the Castelia gym, which we're gonna take on now. Again, I'm not using Darumaka, but I'm recommending it to you if you're struggling. I know some people have trouble with this gym, particularly the gym leader. I'm gonna switch something around here really quick. There we go. But yeah, where was I going with that? Oh, they are pure art! Okay, yeah, so Fire-type Pokemon or Flying-type Pokemon are gonna be great against, you know, these bugs here. Particularly the Swoobattles. You're gonna fight a lot of these darn things, and they're double weak to both Fire and Flying, being Bug Grass types. Oh yeah, where I was going with that, with the Darumaka. Even if it's not level 22, Fire Fang with Hustle, that'll still be plenty to take out the gym leader. It'll really help. So again, if you're struggling, use that. But I'm not. I've already got the bird, Hope. So we're gonna just let Hope do its thing. And I'm gonna actually switch for Marriland just to let him get a little action. Because clearly he's not gonna have any against the gym leader, at least most of the gym leader. Because, you know, Bug Grass type, that grass type weakness, you know, don't like it. Okay, so to get through this gym, it's like a honeycomb kind of pattern. And see those little rings there? When you step on the switches, it'll light up the ring that is to the left and to the right of it. And if there's nothing like there... Oh, have a better with moi! With moi, okay. If there's no rings, like, off to your left or right, like that one, you'll have to fight a clown if you step there. So if you don't want to fight these Harlequins, you should really not step on ones that are obvious. That one, for instance, was obvious. I mean, you're watching these videos, you'll know what's obvious or not. I recommend fighting everything, every single trainer you can. Because if you fight every single trainer, you don't even really have to fight wild Pokemon to level up. You will gain levels sufficiently throughout the entire game. At least I found that in all of my playthroughs. Oh my goodness, what is that thing? It's a Dwebble! What a little dweeb. I mean a Dwebble, it's not a dweeb. Dweeble. Oh, darn it, it has a sturdy ability, so I don't get to knock it out. And it gets to Fury Cutter me for big 6 damage. Whoop-de-doo, way to go. Okay, little Dwebble, we're gonna take you out. It's a Bug Rock type, so be careful around it. Your Flying type attacks aren't gonna really work, but you'll have Water type attacks working kinda nice. Hiding makes Battle Instincts dull, you know. Okay, so make sure you step on this switch over here. That'll light that ring up, and then you're gonna need to step on the one right over here. That will light up both the one to your left and the one to your right. And if you stepped on the one further to the right, it will lower that gate, and you'll be able to walk through the honey. Now, if you just can't figure out how to get through that honey, I'm sorry for you, but you just have to move through the center. Don't come at it from the side or anything. Dead center. That's right where it's at. So, okay, light that switch up back there behind the one gate, and then go over left again, and you'll hit another switch, head south through this one, and you don't need to step on that one, you don't need to do it, but I want to, so I'm going to. And yeah! Thank you for going to the trouble of calling me out. I'm calling you out, man. Alright, we'll take on this Harlequin here, and, yeah, I think he's the last one, if I'm not mistaken. And you've got a Swoobat. Big surprise. None of the trainer's Pokemon in here are really strong. There's nothing alarming you need to be afraid of. The only unusual thing is that Dwebble you saw, and that's about it for shock. I was defeated by your strong spirit. You seem unfazed by anything. Well, I'm not an unpheasant yet. I mean, an unphasant. I mean, I don't know. Bug-type trainers like to get bugged? What? Whatever, man. So, over here is the last switch. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The second to last switch. That opens the gate down there. So you're going to have to backtrack a little bit. And then when you go in there and hit that switch, that will open up the center gate in the middle of the honeycomb pattern. And that will let you through to the gym leader. Burgh! Oh, snap. I'm sorry. There was one more trainer after all. Oh, you were hiding on me. Mysterious charms. Oh, I love mysterious charms. They're so mysterious. Okay, Harlequin. Louis. Or Louis. I don't know. Could be either. Depending on how you pronounce it. If he's a French Harlequin, you know. But anyway. Venipede. Yeah, we've seen enough of these things. Oh yeah, Air Cutter. Critical hit. And Manta Blade's even leveling up. Woohoo. And you've got a Seawaddle. Okay, big surprise. See, again, there's nothing that difficult in here. You're just gonna fight the same things over and over. But, oh well. It could be worse. It's not quite as bad as Metatite Machop. You know, from, what was that? Veilstone City Gym in Sinnoh. No, it was not like that. It's like every gym had that, or every trainer in the gym had them. Oh, whoops, I forgot to step on the switch. Ha! Ah, I knew I was missing something here. I was too busy reminiscing of good old times. So, let's go right through here. And, right past that, honey, is the gym leader. And hold on a second. You know what? You know, normally I would recommend going back to heal, but my Pokemon are actually in pretty good shape, so I'm going to forego that, and I'm going to just save here, and I'll take them on directly. I always recommend, again, I can't stress this enough, I always recommend saving before taking on any gym leader, because that way if things don't go your way in the fight, you can just reset and you don't lose any money, nor do you suffer the humiliation of losing. Technically, sort of. Burgh! Thanks again for your help. My bug Pokemon are scurrying with excitement to battle to you. Let's get straight to it. Okay, man. Let's battle the third gym leader, Burgh! And, whoa, okay, nice clown pants, dude. You got some fashion sense or something. Now, he leads with the Whirlipede. This thing is a whirling centipede thing, and it will spin you right round, baby, right round. And it's, you know, a bug poison type, but it has some pretty decent defensive stats. Now, I used Workup because I was thinking it was going to use Protect. It likes to use Protect and poison you or something, I've noticed from previous fights. It didn't seem to want to do that today, so I just used Air Cutter, and that did just fine against it. Plenty of experience points are earned when you knock it out, since it is an evolved Pokemon. Now he's gonna send out a Dwebble, sorry. And, you know, I'm just debating as to whether or not I want to switch. I did lose that Workup, that's why I was a little hesitant, but it's not a big deal. Dwebble here. Level 21. It is weak to water-type attacks. And this one does not have Sturdy, as you can see, so don't worry about, you know, it hitting you back or anything. Ooh, Water Pulse. Now, you know, Razor Shell's still better than Water Pulse, but you probably still have Water Gun at this point, so replace Water Gun with Water Pulse or whatever. You don't need both, but they can come in handy if you're running low on power points or anything. Now here is his beast, the Leavanny, the thing that I want on my team someday. And it's a really cool looking Pokemon. No, I refuse to be squashed! Oh yeah? This thing is a bug grass type, but it hits hard. It is very fast, and it has very high attack power. Me being a flying type, Snake, my switch was turned on! Whoa, Snick, my switch was turned on? Seriously? Okay, Burgh, whatever. Thankfully, since I have something resistant to both bug and grass types, I'm in great shape. But a lot of people struggle with him. If you started with Tepig, you'll be just fine. Is it over? Has my muse abandoned me? But Oshawott, and you are amazingly strong. This is the gym badge. You beat me, so it's yours. Yeah, Snivy and Oshawott players may have difficulty with him, so you're gonna want something that can help, like Darumaka or Tranquil. Both work just fine against this dude. It's the insect badge. It's insectable! I mean incredible! Oh yeah, I see what you did there, buddy. He also gives you Struggle Bug, TM76, Struggle Bug. That's a move he actually had on his team. And it's a special-based bug-type attack, hits for a measly 30 power, but it always lowers the foe's special attack. So, you know, it's not really recommended. I don't overly recommend it, but you never know. It could come in handy. So we're gonna, well, I don't know, we're gonna do some stuff on the next episode of Marriland's Pokemon White Adventure.